Classic Truck Rescue. I was going to...
I thought you were going to say today.
Welcome back to the channel. Snuck one in on you. What's the matter?
I have a piece of skin on my nose that I can see when I'm looking. It's probably a wart.
No.
Okay.
I was trying to get away from doing intros before every video while I'm working on the building. Today's video is progress on the building. In today's video, I started on the first bay of the third section, the final section that I'm building and raising so that my roof will be complete when I join it to the other two sections that are already up. But I'm doing an intro because I'm letting you know, A, this is a building video, and B, there will be other videos in between the building progress videos. I made a whole bunch of videos of road trips that we made, trucks that we sold, truck packages that we put together and stuff. And yeah, like they don't know about Yogi, Jethro.
Holy cow, that was like a long time ago. My
point exactly. There's a whole series of videos that I made when I was recovering from my fall off a storage container. And frankly, I wasn't making videos then just because doing the day-to-day work. What?
Nothing. You had a fly on your seat.
Oh, like Pence? Remember Pence? Anyway, I wasn't making videos because I was so tired just from the day-to-day work of... A lot of people don't understand I still have to earn a living, right? And so pulling parts and the property. The property continues to try to grow. And so every time you clear a spot, it tries to take it back. But I've been doing a good job of hanging on to what I've cleared with the equipment that I now have. Thank you, Lord. And it makes it a lot easier. But it's still a struggle to keep up. Plus, you have things like temporary stuff that you made just so that you could have that feature in your life, like water or electric or roofs, right? That if it's temporary, that means it's not going to last. And so I just finished redoing the roof on the RV and the shop in the box, although I think I've come up with a pretty good solution to our tarpism. Don't you? We don't like tarps anymore, right? Got this. You'll see those in an upcoming video. Anyway, just letting you know, because I did have a couple of comments when I put up the Trans Am video about, oh no, you shouldn't be out buying cars. I agree. I shouldn't be out buying cars. I should be working on my building. If you see me out buying a car or a truck, it happened 6, maybe 7 months ago. We took the time to shoot it and shoot the footage, and now we're going to make the videos.
Catching up. What
the video is about will always be in the description. Not only that, most of the time the title of the video is what's going on in the video. But just read the description to make sure. And if it says that we're sending Yogi, our 57 Chevy low cab forward truck, back to its original owner's grandson, and that he's getting it running, that's what you'll see in the video. And that's a true story, isn't it?
True story.
Classic Truck Rescue, thanks for coming back to the channel. Hope you enjoy seeing me sweat like a hog out there working on the building. In today's video, it was a legitimate 100 degrees that day. Classic Truck Rescue. Peace out. Good job, honey.
Gee, I didn't do anything.
You pieced out?
What I just said. It's flied lice, you plick.
I'm gonna go in there and make a video.
Okay.
perfect. Perfect. Let's get a whip race in there. Make things happy. Make things all happy like. Come on, man. You know the thing. You know the thing. It knows the thing. I know it knows. Where'd you guys hide the level? Oh, I knew you had it. I don't know why you want to trick me right now. But it's perfect. It is. I got lucky. I got lucky. These web races really do give it a lot more rigidity, and I'm glad they weren't in there because they'd be a bear to get out, and they've helped us straighten this truss out. We'll get this one perfectly straight before we move on to the next one. One thing I guess I haven't really been sharing with you guys is I've been cleaning up this area over here. This is where we had that chop saw table and sawhorses, and we had also had a bunch of wood. Lou had me, when he was out here, had me cutting a lot of stuff, and I think he had me cut everything for the building. And I had stacks that you could tell had fallen over, and there was a bench here and a garbage can over there. I bungee corded the garbage can to a post to kind of keep up on. You always have stuff you got to throw away. I got the little trailer there that I've been putting scrap woods like that. I haven't really thrown any away because I have to, you know, some of it maybe Lou had me cut for something, like that right there. I know is something that we used on the chop saw table to cut a certain thing, but I know that he had me cut everything. So I'll bring the trailer over here, go get the little tractor and scoop all this up. But just to have this stuff cleaned up over here, all the ladders were just strewn over there with branches in between them and stuff, and weeds growing up through them. But over here, there were stacks of wood too, and a stack of scrap wood. I've got pretty much everything, just a few scraps of some plywood and some skids in there. But now at least, you know, I can mow this area down and keep it nice. This is all the garbage that I pulled out of there. And this area, I had a lot of good times with Lou and Jim here. Now, Lou can't walk. Heck, you know, Lou probably took the majority of his last steps out here, pushing his little, you know, thing and showing me what to do out here. And so I'm glad to have this cleaned up, but it's kind of bittersweet, you know, because we used to sit in the shade there and have our lunch and stuff. And we only did that for a month and a half, but it was Lou, Jim, and I, and we really kicked butt. We got this first section done, and Yeah, I know everything kind of went south after that, but I'm back on it. I'm gonna get this built, and I'm gonna let Lou see this series of videos of me completing this, and I can do it. It's not gonna be perfect. I'm gonna have to replace some wood, like I said, but a lot of it is pretty cool, and it's gonna be big, and everyone that I talk to says, hey Rick, if there's problem areas, you can go in there later and fix that, get her built, you know, get her built. But going through those weed patches over there, I found some treasures. I have 3, well, one of them fell apart. These were just kind of temporarily put together, but those are my rafter tails, those things right there, and I need 6 of those. So I know I have everything to build 3. I don't know why I only have 3, but I do. And oh no, I only need 4, because on the gable end it gets boards that are cut at an angle, which I think that might be one right there. And also Lou left me clues. He was always forever putting notes on stuff, and some stuff he had all marked out. But if boards are all the exact same length like that, I can kind of assume that they're the same thing. And here, see, so all these boards are the same size, and he wrote 18.5 girt spacer, corbel gable end, 3. So apparently there's 3 of those. Well, I've got 4. But anyways, I can figure out what's what by these little messages. And I think there's another pile that was in a different pile of weeds that I brought over here, because I believe it's all the bird blocking. And the bird blocking, I think I mentioned in yesterday's video, but the bird blocking goes on the end right here. You don't have purlin blocks, you have bird blocks, and I think these are the bird blocks. But here, 18.5 girt spacer, 1 of 4. Anyways, so I had to clean all these off. They were covered with spiders and stuff like that. There you go, look at there. 18.5 blocking corbel gable end. All right, that one says the same thing. Anyway, so I go through all of these, and if they're the same size, then I stack them together, and the ones with the notes on them I pull out, and it'll show me what's what. But I think all of this is my bird blocking, and there's even one piece that's cut at an angle. I have to check every board for clues from Lou's clues. And Lou, thank you so much. I love you, and I would not be able to do what I'm doing right now if it weren't for you and all your clues, and you're showing me what's what and telling me what a bird block is and what a rat run is, and it's gone a long ways. It's helped me immensely. Thank you. Those are all the same length. I think those are my bird blocks. I think they are. There's a Spidey. Yeah, I think that's all my bird blocking, and there's more of it. But I will go through those and see. You know, I wanted to find that angled piece for you. That's probably a purlin block right there. More bird block. I know it looks like I'm just wasting time, but this is all helpful. Okay, here's an angled piece. I think this goes on the end of the bird blocking, down at the gable end, I think. Anyways, love you, Lou. Why's that got writing on it? We'll put that with the specials. Look, another little treasure. Thank you, Lou. Bird block roof gable end. Okay, that's the piece I think that goes up in there. I don't know. I'll find out. I've got clues. Here's an angled piece. I think that's what the equivalent of a rafter tail for the gable end. We're almost there. There's that little angled piece. Okay, that one's a different size. And this one's a different size. So's that one. Those might be corbel blocks right there. These are the same. Let me go over here. That one has the red line on it too. Oh, that is a corbel block. See, Lou marked them. Thank you, Lou. Couple corbel blocks over there. Okay, we can get there from here. That little piece right there goes up at the peak. Alright, so I will determine for sure if that's the correct length for the bird blocking, and I'll start putting my 14 footers on this end. Yesterday we put in the web bracing on the gable end right there, web bracing, and we put it in on the first truss, and we squared up. We used the level and got the center section of the truss level, straight up and down, plumb, I guess, plumb. We got it plumb. There's still a little whoop-de-whoop going on here, but we will pull that out as we go down the row putting in purlins, and we'll get this section straight all the way across with all of the purlins and purlin blocks in, and then we'll use it to straighten out this and build this end. So that's your update. And Lou, I love you. Like I said, could not be doing this without you. You gave me what I needed. Love you, Dad. Okay, so what I did is I needed 12 of these. These are the 14-foot 2x6s, and you get 14-foot ones on both of the gable ends for the purlins, because they hang out over the gable end for your eave. Anyway, I had a whole bunch of these boards that were just kind of scattered around being used for braces and stuff like that. I found my stack of them in yet another. Well, they're right over there. I went and looked at them. They're pretty decent, but I figured I'd just get all the boards that were being used for stuff they shouldn't be being used for together and use them for this section. I wanted to have all of the purlins so that once I start building off that top corner up there, that I can continue all the way down. Then I'll go get 12 more. I'm going to get this first bay built on this side and keep the truss, the middle truss, straight. That's what the whole reason for doing this now, because I was going to go ahead and put my sheeting on, but I think I need to get the whole roof up. So the reason for doing this section now is if I make it perfectly square and straight and everything, then I can manipulate that section a little bit with this. You can see where the trusses are squeezed together right there. They were a lot worse off. I'm using a level to keep it straight up at the top, and as I come down, I'll keep the level on it and use this jack right here to spread it where it needs to be spread, and put my purlin blocks and my purlins in, and then I'll go over to the other side and do the same thing, and then we will have a perfectly straight and square section to build this section onto. I'll be back. Awesome, the air compressor shut off just in time. Okay, so I went up there and checked that. It measures the same distance on both sides, and it's square between. So when I say it's square, what I'm saying is that right there is a square, and it's square in the corners. So now I've laid out all of the bird blocks that I need for that end. I've got all of my purlins right there for this end. I've got a stack of purlin blocks because we're gonna run out of them pretty soon. I'm gonna go grab my hammer because there's a wasp right there and I'm gonna smash him. No, I'm not. I was just kidding, little fella. You're fine. Well, don't come over here. Anyway, get my hammer, and I don't know if you can see it. Let's look from under here. Yeah, you can see right there. I gotta beat on this right-hand truss a little bit and get it knocked back into those purlin blocks. But once we get there, we'll start putting in more purlin blocks. I'm gonna throw you on that camera over there, and hopefully we'll have a building spurt, a spurt of progress. As I do this, I've got the level right there, and I'll lay it up against there and make sure this one stays straight up and down as I put in the purlin blocks and bird blocking. Let's get her done. I'm having to resist the urge to build ahead and just come in, put in some more purlin blocks down here, but I have to keep putting in the purlins to hold what I've got. It's perfectly straight and plumb for those first 6 or so purlin blocks and purlins that I have in. I'm going to go ahead and put the other 2 in and just keep doing what I'm doing. If it ain't broke, well, it is broken. We are fixing it. But if fixing it ain't broke, don't, you know the thing. You guys overheated. I thought your battery went dead, but you got a case of the sunstroke. The sun is directly overhead. Maybe, I don't know what to do for you. I'm making good headway and I want to keep doing it. So I'm going to put you over here. I don't know if that's any better. We'll see if that'll last you. And you'll have 4K and beautiful color. And hopefully you won't get sunstroke again. Anyways, making good progress. I had to go refill my jug again. I'm getting hot out here. I'm having to go sit down in the shade, and the shade keeps moving. Sure be nice when I get the metal on the roof and there's just this big hunk of shade, huh? Anyway, what was I gonna show you? All right, I'm just gonna keep building. I want to get this section done. Then the last section of the roof will be 25% ready to raise in there. Let's get her done. A lot of bee activity for me today. Having a lot of fun with the bees today. Haven't been stung yet though. That's good. Lord. Yeah. Anytime you can use a smaller ladder, because you don't have to fall as far, it hurts less. pop. Doesn't like being coerced, but it's going to be coerced. Is what? That's what? Is what? Oh, I popped my back. Felt good. Holy cow, you guys went and overheated again. You guys might need to hydrate more. Now it has to go this way. Ooh. Putting the furling block in might achieve that for me. Nail one side. And then I'll make sure it's plumb before I nail the other side. And it does need to come over this way just a hair. And it's only a hair, but I've learned that the hair will grow if you let it. You don't want the hair to grow. This thing's awkward to pick up because it's so much heavier at one end. We'll just slide this contraption down here out of the way. Or we'll just put it like this, where it's not applying pressure. This way, about a half an inch. I'm going to have to set up my pulling apparatus. That's what I have to do. Just a hair. Two clicks. One more. A little more. There it is. That's the money spot. So, I need to get a purlin in there and nail off that purlin block. We're almost there. Can you guys just try to use a little less battery? And you're not going to overheat now because the sun's behind the cherry tree. Sweetness. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's what we like. That's what we really like. Okay. Another bird block. Cheer. This is part of that area where I told you it was going to be a struggle because we were having to push and pull, and you know, had I put this up when I got it, it would have been a lot better, but it is what it is. Oh. Level. Let's get her put together, folks. That works. I was afraid that taking that come along off would knock it out of whack. It didn't. Thank you, Lord. One more. Moss. That's a wrap, folks. That's 25% of the last section of the roof ready to be raised. I just have to do this 3 more times and we'll take her up. See, so now we've got our overhang for our eaves. I'll probably have to tap a couple of those in a little bit. I didn't realize they were cattywampus, but that's one more section. Well, a quarter of a section. And as you can see, we straightened out our truss over here. See how nice and straight that is? And then now we have a straight plumb section to build this section off of. But we'll go over and do the other side first so that we have this whole section done, and then we'll build this section. And this set of trusses was just as out of whack as that one over there. So without the purlin blocks in it, we can use those to bring it back into shape. But that looks pretty good on this end to me. And we'll go address the other end, and that's good progress. Thank you for watching. Peace out, folks. I think 2 male ducks are fighting over a female duck.
That's what guys do. It's just the way of the world. Guys are always fighting for girls. It's so dumb. They only knew what they were fighting for. So dumb. There are many like it, but this one is mine.